Have you ever felt drained, emotionally exhausted, mentally hijacked by someone who just seems to suck the peace right out of your day? Maybe it's a coworker who never stops complaining, a family member who twists every conversation into drama, a friend who guilt trips you for setting boundaries, or even a stranger online whose negativity feels like emotional acid. You're not alone. Toxic people, they're everywhere, and no matter how hard you try to be kind, patient, or understanding, they keep coming back. They push your buttons, they trigger your insecurities. They leave you feeling small. But here's the truth Marcus Aurelius knew over 1,800 years ago. You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. That's the heart of Stoicism, not repression, not passive acceptance, but radical inner sovereignty. In this video, we're going deep. We'll explore 11 powerful, practical, psychologically grounded, and philosophically rich strategies drawn directly from the meditations of Marcus Aurelius to help you disarm toxic people without losing your soul. No shouting. No revenge, no drama. Just quiet, unshakable wisdom that turns poison into power. This isn't about changing them, it's about mastering yourself. So if you're ready to stop being a hostage to other people's chaos, if you want to reclaim your energy, your focus, your joy, then press play. Sit back, breathe, and let's begin. Before we dive into the 11 strategies, we need to lay the groundwork, because if you don't understand what toxicity really is and why it affects you so deeply, no technique will stick. Marcus Aurelius didn't use the word toxic, that's modern psychology, but he understood human nature better than most therapists today. He wrote in his private journal, not for fame, not for applause, but to remind himself how to stay centered amid war, betrayal, plague, and political sabotage. His court was full of schemers. His generals plotted against him. His own wife was rumored to be unfaithful. He lost 8 children. He ruled during one of Rome's most turbulent eras. Yet he remained calm. How? Because he saw toxicity for what it truly is, not a personal attack, not a verdict on your worth, not a force you must defeat. Toxicity is simply misaligned energy, ignorance in motion. Marcus writes, when you wake up in the morning, tell yourself the people I deal with today will be meddling, ungrateful, arrogant, dishonest, jealous, and surly. They are like this because they cannot tell good from evil. Meditations 2.1, let that sink in. They are like this because they cannot tell good from evil, not because they hate you, not because you failed them, but because they are confused, lost, untrained in virtue, unaware of their own suffering. This doesn't excuse their behavior, but it explains it. An explanation disarms emotion. When you stop taking toxicity personally, you stop feeding it. Think of it like this: a rabid dog bites not because it hates you, but because it is sick. Do you blame the dog? Do you scream at it? Do you try to reason with it? No. You protect yourself, you create distance, you seek help, you act with compassion, but never compromise your safety. That's Stoicism. Toxic people are often wounded souls projecting their pain outward. Your job isn't to fix them. It's to guard your inner citadel. Marcus calls this the ruling faculty, your ability to choose your response, no matter the provocation. So before we go further, ask yourself, am I reacting to their behavior or am I responding from my values? That shift from reaction to response is where your power begins. The first and most essential strategy is foundational. Build an inner citadel, an unshakable mental fortress no toxic person can penetrate. Marcus Aurelius returns to this metaphor again and again. Retreat into yourself again and again. The reasoning faculty is all sufficient for its own serenity, its own well-ordered state. Meditations 11.1, your inner citadel is not escapism, it's not denial. It's not putting on headphones and pretending everything's fine. It's conscious architecture. It's designing your mind so that external chaos cannot dictate internal peace. Here's how to build it. Step 1, morning preparation every morning. Before checking your phone, before opening emails, before stepping into the world, take 5 minutes. Sit quietly, close your eyes, breathe, and say to yourself, as Marcus did, today I shall meet with interference, ingratitude, insolence, disloyalty, ill will, and selfishness, all due to the offender's ignorance of what is good and evil. This isn't pessimism, it's preparation. You're not bracing for battle, you're fortifying your perspective. Step 2, define your walls. What are your non-negotiables? What behaviors will you not tolerate? What values anchor you? Write them down. Examples: I will not engage in gossip. I will not absorb blame that isn't mine. I will not sacrifice my peace to soothe someone else's chaos. These are your walls. Guard them. Step 3, create a mental observation deck. Imagine standing on a high tower inside your citadel, watching the storm rage below. People scream, emotions flare, drama swirls, but you observe. You note, there's anger again. Interesting. There's manipulation. I see the pattern. There's projection, their insecurity speaking. Observation without absorption. This is the essence of Stoic detachment. You're not cold, you're clear. Audit at night. Review your day. Where did you hold your ground? Where did you crumble? Don't judge. Just observe. Marcus writes, be like the rocky headland on which the waves constantly break. It stands unmoved and the raging of the sea falls still around it. Meditations 449. Your citadel grows stronger with every wave it withstands. Not every arrow deserves your attention. Toxic people throw verbal grenades, insults, sarcasm, guilt trips, passive aggression, gaslighting. Your instinct? To catch them, to dissect them, to respond to them. Big mistake. Marcus Aurelius teaches us the best revenge is to be unlike him who performed the injury. Meditation 6 translation: don't stoop, don't mirror, don't amplify. Instead, master selective deafness. This isn't ignoring reality. It's choosing what deserves your mental real estate. How to practice selective deafness. 1. Categorize the noise. Ask yourself, is this comment factual or emotional? Is it constructive or corrosive? Does it serve my growth? Does it serve or drain my spirit? If it's corrosive and draining, label it noise, not truth, not feedback. Noise. 2. Visual filter technique. Imagine wearing special glasses that blur toxic speech into gibberish. They're yelling, it sounds like static. They're manipulating, it's muffled tones. They're blaming, it's distant thunder. You hear it, but it doesn't land. This trains your brain to disengage emotionally while staying physically present. 3. The noted response. When confronted with toxicity, respond internally, not externally, with one word. Noted, not argued, not defended, not internalized, just noted. Like a scientist observing bacteria under a microscope. Fascinating, but not personal. 4. Silence is shield. Sometimes the most powerful response is silence. Marcus writes, waste no more time arguing what a good man should be. B1. Meditations 10:16. You don't need to justify your boundaries. You don't need to explain your exit. You don't need to win the argument. Silence confuses toxic people because they feed on reaction. No reaction, no fuel. Selective deafness isn't weakness. It's elite emotional defense. One of the most liberating concepts in Stoicism is this: some things are within our control, others are not. Marcus Aurelius echoes Epictetus. You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. Meditations 8.4. Toxic people thrive when you confuse what you can control with what you can't. You can't control their words, their moods, their expectations, their projections, their jealousy, their lies. You can control your attention, your response, your boundaries, your self-talk, your next action, your inner narrative. The toxic trap. Most of us waste enormous energy trying to change toxic people. We argue, we plead, we over-explain, we people-please. We twist ourselves into knots, hoping they'll see the light. It rarely works. Why? Because you're trying to control the uncontrollable. That's the definition of suffering. A Stoic shift. Instead of asking, how do I make them stop? Ask, how do I remain centered regardless? How do I protect my energy? What action aligns with my values regardless of their behavior? Example, your boss yells at you unfairly. Old mindset, I need to prove I'm not incompetent. I'll work late, send extra emails, beg for approval. Stoic mindset, I cannot control his temper, but I can control my professionalism. I will do my job with excellence, not to please him, but because it reflects my character. See the difference? One drains you, the other empowers you. Practical exercise, the control circle, draw 2 circles. Inner circle, what I control, my effort, my attitude, my boundaries, my schedule, my self-care. Outer circle, what I don't control, their opinion, their mood, their past, their triggers, their choices. Now, pour all your energy into the inner circle. Stop leaking it into the outer. Marcus reminds us, if it is not right, do not do it. If it is not true, do not say it. Meditations 12:17, that's your compass. Detachment doesn't mean indifference. Compassion doesn't mean tolerance. This is where most people get stuck. They think if I detach, I'm cold. If I show compassion, I'm weak. Marcus Aurelius shows us the middle path: be tolerant with others and strict with yourself. Meditation 6:26, compassionate detachment means seeing their pain without absorbing it, understanding their wound without excusing their behavior, wishing them healing while protecting your peace. Why Kropasian? Because hatred chains you to the toxic person. Resentment is a prison you build for yourself and mistakenly believe punishes them. Marcus writes, the best way to avenge yourself is to not become like the one who wronged you. Meditation 6, when you hate them, you become them. When you pity them, you become them. It's clarity. They act this way because they know no better. They are enslaved by passion, fear, ignorance. That's tragic, not threatening. Heitobio practice 1. The witness stance: when toxicity arises, pause, breathe, say silently, this person is suffering. Their behavior is a cry for help, however distorted. You're not agreeing, you're observing. 2. A blessing release after an encounter. Instead of ruminating, say, I release you, I wish you healing, I reclaim my peace. No sarcasm, no gritted teeth. Say it like a prayer, for your sake, not theirs. 3. Admire, question, ask yourself, if I were in their shoes carrying their trauma, their fears, their unmet needs, might I act similarly? This isn't justification, it's humanization. And humanization dissolves demonization, which frees you. Marcus didn't despise his enemies. He pitied them. The cucumber is bitter, then throw it out. There are brambles in the path, then go around them. That is enough. Meditations 18:50, no rage, no analysis. Just gentle redirection. That's compassionate detachment. Toxic people weaponize language. They say you're so selfish, nobody else would put up with you. You're overreacting, you're too sensitive. And if you're not careful, you start believing them. Marcus Aurelius gives us a superpower: reframing through Stoic logic. Every toxic statement is an invitation to lose your center, your job. Translated. Example 1, they say, you're so selfish. Stoic refrain, they are expressing frustration because their expectation wasn't met. That's about their need, not my character. Example 2, they say, nobody else would put up with you. Stoic refrain, this is an attempt to isolate me through fear. My worth isn't determined by their approval. Example 3, they say, you're overreacting. Stoic reframe, they are minimizing my boundary to avoid accountability. My emotions are valid signals, not flaws. TA3, step reframe technique. Step 1, identify the hook. What part of their statement triggered you? Is it shame? Fear of abandonment? Fear of being too much? Name it. Step 2, translate the subtext. What are they really saying? Usually it's, I feel threatened, I want control, I'm uncomfortable with your boundary, I need you to shrink so I can feel bigger. Step 3, respond from wisdom, not one to internally say, thank you for showing me where I still need healing, but I will not let your fear dictate my truth. Externally, you can say nothing, or simply, I hear you. That's it. No defense, no counterattack, just calm acknowledgement from your citadel. Marcus writes, objective judgment, unselfish action. Willing acceptance of external events. Meditations 8-7, reframing turns poison into data. And data can't hurt you. Marcus Aurelius ruled an empire. He didn't beg barbarians to be nice. He didn't negotiate with traitors. He set boundaries clearly, calmly, immovably. And so must you. Boundaries aren't cruel. They're compassionate for both you and the toxic person, because without boundaries, resentment builds. And resentment poisons relationships faster than any insult. Why boundaries fail. Most people set boundaries like apologies. I'm sorry, but I can't talk after 8 p.m. I hope you don't mind, but I need some space. Maybe it's just me, but I feel overwhelmed. That's not a boundary. That's a request for permission. Marcus didn't ask permission to defend Rome. How to set imperial boundaries. 1. State. Explain. Toxic people exploit explanations. Keep it simple, direct, final. I'm not available for that conversation. I won't be joining that group chat. I need to end this call now. No, because. No backstory, no justification, just clean, clear statements. 2. USCI language, not you blame. I need to protect my energy. I choose not to engage in gossip. I'm prioritizing my peace. This removes defensiveness. It's not an attack, it's a declaration. 3. Enforce with consistency. Setting a boundary once is a suggestion. Enforcing it repeatedly is law. If they cross it, withdraw, block, exit, repeat. Marcus writes, "If anyone can refute me, show me I'm mistaken in thought or deed. I'll gladly change. But until then, I follow what I know to be right." Meditation 621. Stand firm, not out of ego, out of integrity. 4. Accept the followed. Some will rage, some will guilt trip, some will ghost you. Let them. Marcus lost friends, allies, even family, but he never sacrificed his soul for their comfort. It never ceases to amaze me. We all love ourselves more than other people, but care more about their opinion than our own. Meditations 12.4. Break that spell. Set boundaries like an emperor. Toxic people run on drama. Drama, tension, plessen. Attention, plessen. Emotional fuel, remove anyone. The engine stalls. Marcus Aurelius mastered the art of stillness. The soul becomes dyed with the color of its thoughts. Meditations 5.16. If you match their chaos, your soul becomes chaotic. If you respond with stillness, you become a mirror, reflecting their madness back to them. Reaction, escalation, repeat your goal. Break the cycle at reaction. How? 1. The 10-second pause before responding. Breathe for 10 seconds. Count silently. Feel your feet on the ground. This breaks the neurological hijack. 2. Physical stillness. Don't lean in, don't gesture. Don't raise your voice. Stand or sit with relaxed posture, calm face, soft eyes. Your body signals safety to yourself. 3. Verbal minimalism. Respond with short, neutral phrases. I see. Interesting. I'll think about that. Thank you for sharing. No fuel, no spark. 4. Further sexting hovered by. Exit gracefully. If the drama escalates, leave. I need to step away. Let's continue when we're both calm. I'm ending this conversation now. No apology, no drama, just departure. Marcus writes, the best answer to anger is silence. Stillness isn't surrender, it's strategic withdrawal to preserve your power. Nassim Taleb coined the term anti-fragile, systems that grow stronger under stress. Marcus Aurelius was anti-fragile before the word existed. The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way. Meditations 5:20. Toxic people, they're your training ground, not obstacles, opportunities. How to become a fragile one. Reframe challenge as training. Every toxic encounter is a gym session for your soul. They test your patience? Good. Build patience. They trigger insecurity? Excellent. Heal it. They disrespect boundaries? Perfect. Strengthen them. Marcus didn't pray for easy life. He prayed for greater strength. 2. Post-event reflection. After each encounter, journal. What triggered me? Where did I react? V's. Respond. What boundary held? What broke? How can I grow from this? Turn pain into curriculum. 3. Celebrate micro wins. Didn't yell back. Win. Walked away. Win. Stayed calm for 5 minutes. Win. Progress. Perfection. 4. Invert the insult. They call you weak. Say good. Let them underestimate me. They say you're too quiet. Say excellent. My silence is my sanctuary. Turn their weapons into your armor. Marcus faced betrayal daily. Yet he wrote, the mind adapts and converts to its own purposes. The obstacle to our acting. The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way. You are not breaking. You are forging. Most conflict escalates because we speak too soon. Too much, too emotionally. Marcus Aurelius practiced radical verbal discipline. Be silent most of the time, or speak only what is necessary. Meditations 3.14. Toxic people want you to spill your energy in words. Don't. Ease 2 SPH filter. Before speaking, ask 1. Is it true you? 2. Is it necessary? 3. Is it necessary? 3. Is it necessary? 3. Is it necond? 4. Does it serve virtue? Is it sem pretext? Wisdom, courage, justice, temperance, if not silence. Common verbal traps, defending yourself, feeds their narrative or appealing your boundaries. Invites debate, roking to diffuse tension misinterpreted as weakness over apologizing reinforces guilt powerful Stoic presses. I choose not to engage. My decision is made. I respect your view and I hold mine. I'm acting in alignment with my values. Short. Grounded. Unmovable. Marcus writes, not to feel exasperated or defeated or despondent because your days are not as full as you wish. That is the key to inner peace. Your words should reflect that peace, not disrupt it. Speak less. Mean more. Here's a liberating truth. You don't have to be the hero in their story. Toxic people need villains. It's how they justify their behavior. If they can paint you as the bad guy, then their toxicity becomes understandable. Don't fight it. Let them. Marcus Aurelius writes, "It's silly to try to escape other people's faults. They are inescapable. Just try to escape your own." Meditation 7:21. This works when you stop defending your goodness. You remove their power. They call you selfish. Say, maybe. They say you don't care. Say, if that's your truth. You're not agreeing. You're disarming. Their story needs resistance to thrive. No resistance, the story collapses. How to do it. 1. Drop the need for validation. Their opinion of you is not your identity. Repeat, I am not responsible for how they frame me. 2. Observe their narrative. Notice how they twist facts, how they cast themselves as victim, how they assign you the villain role. Fascinating, not frightening. 3. Refuse to play the role. Don't plead, don't prove, don't perform. Say, I can't control how you see me, I can only act with integrity. Then walk away. Marcus didn't beg the Senate to like him. He served, he led, he endured. Let them write their tragedy. You live your philosophy. Final strategy, perhaps the most powerful. Release them, not with bitterness, but with gratitude. Yes, gratitude. Marcus Aurelius writes, be grateful for what you have. And remember, everything was created for a purpose, even those who oppose you. Meditation 644. Paraphrase, toxic people are your greatest teachers. They reveal your triggers. They expose your weak spots. They force you to grow boundaries. They teach you discernment. They show you where you still seek approval. They accelerate your spiritual evolution. Without them, you'd be softer, slower, less awake. So thank them, not out loud. Thank you for showing me where I needed to grow. Thank you for teaching me the value of peace. Thank you for helping me build my citadel. Thank you for helping me build my citadel. Then release them, not with anger, not with regret. With grace. Marcus writes, when you arise in the morning, think of what a precious privilege it is to be alive, to breathe, to think, to enjoy, to love. Meditations 5:1. Don't waste another sunrise resenting shadows. Release them and reclaim your light. So let's recap the 11 smart ways to deal with toxic people, Marcus Aurelius style. 1. Build your inner citadel, fortify your mind. 2. Master selective deafness. Not all noise deserves attention. 3. Apply the dichotomy of control, focus only on what's yours to command. 4. Practice compassionate detachment, see their pain, guard your peace. 5. Reframe their words with Stoic logic, translate poison into insight. 6. Set boundaries like a Roman emperor, clear, calm, unnegotiable. 7. Interrupt the drama cycle with stillness. Silence starves chaos. 8. Cultivate anti-fragility. Let pressure forge your strength. 9. Speak only what serves virtue. Words are weapons, wield wisely. 10. Let them be the villain in their own story. Refuse the role they assign you. 11. Release them with gratitude. Thank them for the lesson, then let go. You need to add some text for me to talk. It isn't about winning battles, it's about transcending them. Marcus Aurelius didn't defeat his enemies by fighting harder. He outgrew them by thinking deeper. You have that same power. Every toxic encounter is an invitation to react or to rise, to crumble or to crystallize, to be a victim or a philosopher. Choose wisely, and remember, no one can disturb your inner citadel unless you open the gates. Guard them well, live with virtue, lead with stillness, and let the storms rage, knowing you are the sky, not the wind. May you walk through chaos undisturbed. May you hear toxicity and remain clear. May you face manipulation and stand firm. May you release what harms you with grace. And may you remember, always you are not what happens to you. You are what you choose to become in response. Thank you for watching. Do it, and peace.